Hello students, welcome to YouTube channel Vidya for Success. Dear students, in this video, let us understand how to perform binary subtraction. You know what is meant by binary number system? A number system which will be using only two symbols or two digits. They are 0 and 1. So we will be using only two bits, that is 0 and 1. That's referred as a binary number system. So how to perform a binary subtraction? Is it very much similar to a decimal subtraction? No, you need to follow certain rules. So first let us understand the rules. Okay. So today in video we will be studying binary subtraction. Binary subtraction. So what is the first rule of binary subtraction? The first rule says that 0 minus 0 is equivalent to 0. It's the first rule. The second rule is 1 minus 0 is equivalent to 1. And the third rule is 0 minus 1, or else we'll consider 1 minus 1. The third rule is 1 minus 1 is equivalent to 0. And the fourth and very important rule which you need to remember is 0 minus 1 is equivalent to 1. How it has become 1, I'll explain it to you later on. So 0 minus 1 is equivalent to 1 with carry from the higher column. From the higher column, from the next previous higher column. Okay. So this is the rule we need to remember while working with binary subtraction. So the first rule is 0 minus 0 is 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, and the last and very important rule in binary subtraction is 0 minus 1 is equivalent to 1. How it becomes 1, I will let you know. Okay, later while explaining the problem, I'll let you know. So now let us take up a problem, okay, and work on them so that we can understand in detail how a binary subtraction will be implemented. So the first problem is, let us subtract the first problem 1110 So you need to perform binary subtraction. So the rule says that 0 minus 0 is 0, 1 minus 1 is 0, 1 minus 1 is 1, and again 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, so now we have performed binary subtraction. Okay, next, so this is the first problem. Next, a second problem. 1110 1. Okay. Now let us apply the rule. 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0, and 1 minus 0 is 1. So this is the answer. Okay. Now let me consider one more problem. The third problem. The third problem is 101 minus 010. According to the rule of binary subtraction, 1 minus 0 is 1. Here we will be subtracting 1 from 0. Is it possible to subtract 1 from 0? No. So what we will be doing? We will be borrowing a base value. What we are borrowing? Please remember, we are not borrowing 1 here, we are borrowing the base. Usually it may be a decimal subtraction also, but usually we refer as we will be borrowing 1. That's not the thing here. We will be borrowing the base. So what is the base of binary number system? The base of binary number system is 2. So we will be borrowing 2. Okay. So we will be borrowing 1, nothing but it becomes 2. Okay. So 2 minus 1 is 1, correct? 2 minus 1 is 1. Since we have borrowed here, we are left with nothing. Okay, we are left with nothing. So 0, 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay, so either I can explain this in this particular fashion, or else please notice here, let me explain the same problem in another way. 0, 1, 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. I cannot subtract 1 from 0. So what I am borrowing? I will be borrowing 1. Okay, so 1, 0 means what? It is 10. Correct? It is 10. But you will not be having a decimal value in binary. So what we need to do? We need to consider its base. You cannot go with I can't say that I will be borrowing 1. It's wrong. What will you be borrowing? You will be borrowing the base. Okay, that's why I told you. Okay, we will be borrowing the base. So when I borrow the base, that is, I will be borrowing 2 here. 2 minus 1 is 1. Here I left with nothing. Here it will be 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay, I hope you have understood this. We will not be borrowing the value number like 1 or 2 like that, but instead we will be borrowing its base. Okay, next. Next problem, subtract, let me consider one more problem, subtract 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0 from 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay. So, we will be subtracting this term, these sequence of bits from these bits. Okay. So, that is why in the minuend we will be writing what? We will be subtracting this value. So, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Sorry, we will be subtracting this value from this value. So, this is the subtrahend, this is the minuend. So, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Subtrahend will be 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay. Now, we need to perform binary subtraction. 0 minus 0 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 0, 0 minus 1, no, I cannot subtract 1 from 0. So, what I will be doing? I will be borrowing 1 from the higher column. So, I will be borrowing 1, nothing but I will be borrowing its base. Okay. So, I will be borrowing 1. Sorry, okay, I will be borrowing 1. So, then I will be borrowing the base. 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So, here I left with nothing, that is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Again 1 minus 1 is 0. Again I need to subtract 1 from 0. So, I will be borrowing the base, that is nothing but 2. 2 minus 1, sorry, 2 minus 1 is 1. So, here I left with 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Next, we will try out one more problem, a final one. Subtract 0, 1, 0 from 1, 0, 1, 0. Sorry, 1, 0, 1. 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, this is a little bit special. Please notice here. So, we are trying to subtract these sequence of bits from these bits. Okay. So, minuend here is 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Subtract 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay. 1 minus 0, 1, no doubt about this. Now, I need to subtract 1 from 0. So, what I will be doing? I will be borrowing from the next higher column. So, I will be borrowing the base. So, that is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Here I am left with what? I am left with 0, nothing, since I have borrowed 1. So, 0 minus 1 is 1, correct? 0 minus 1 is 1, correct? No. How? Yes, 0 minus 1 is 1, but how? I have to borrow from the higher column, but what is the value, bit value with next to this higher value? So, that is 0. So, from here I cannot borrow anything. So, from here I need to borrow. Please notice here, this is a little special case. So, first I will be borrowing from the higher column here. Okay, so nothing but here first I will be borrowing 2, then from here I will be borrowing again. So here 2 minus 1 is 2 minus 1 is 1. Since I have borrowed a base value, that is 2, here I am left with only 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Again here I am left with 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay, so this particular problem is little bit tricky. Okay, that's why I told you we are not borrowing 1. Instead, what we are borrowing? We are borrowing its base value. Okay, please understand this. So once again I will explain it to you. 1 minus 0 is 1, no problem with this. But here I need to subtract 1 from 0. How can I do that? I can do that by borrowing from a higher column. So I will be borrowing what? I will be borrowing its base. So 2. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Since I have borrowed a value, what is left with? Here I am left with 0. Okay, so 0 minus 1. Again 0 minus 1 cannot be done, so I need to borrow. So if I visit the higher column, there is again 0. So I have to move to the next higher column here. So that's why what I am having here 1. So first I will be borrowing 1, that is base value, first to the next right side. Again I will be moving that borrowed value to the next higher next column, this column. Okay. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Here I left with 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Here again 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. This is how you are going to perform binary subtraction. Okay, I hope the things are clear for you all. Thank you.